Hello guys. So even though it got dark, we're very persistent and we're trying to do some more videos about the Aztec software material, which is interdisciplinary notes, which is for a class that I'm taking. So in my notes, we've reached the section of mathematics and specifically we've reached the section of units and measurements and converting between units. So some of it involves memorization. The rest is just common sense and thinking. So again, we have, there's the system we use usually in America, which uses things like inches and feet and yards for distance. For volume and fluid capacity or liquid capacity, we use teaspoons, tablespoons, cups, pints, quarts, gallons. For weight, we use ounces, pounds, and tons. Temperature, Fahrenheit, Celsius. For time, obviously, hour, minutes, and seconds. Then there's the metric system, usually used in Europe or widely in science, etc., whatever. And this is meters and liters for distance, liters for liquid volume or capacity, and grams for mass or weight, which are the basic units: meters, liters, and grams. And then we noted that the root words are going to be the meters, liters, and grams, and the prefix, which comes in front of the root word, is going to signify the size of the basic unit. So, okay, and this one you just have to memorize. So you're gonna add. So there are 4 on each side. So 4 prefixes that are going to be smaller than the basic unit, and 4 are going to be larger. So the 4 that are smaller than the basic unit are deci, which is the letter D for abbreviation, and this is 0.1 or 1/10 of the basic unit. So you're using these prefixes in front of the basic units of meters, liters, and grams, depending on if it's distance, volume, like liquids, or mass for weight. And then, so deci is 0.1, and then centi is 0.01, so 1/100th. Okay, so that was deci's 0.1, 1/10. Centi's 0.01, 1/100. Then milli is the next smallest, which is 0.001. So it's 1/1000 of the basic unit. And the smallest, teeny weeny is so milli was the letter little m. Centi is the letter little c, deci is the letter little d, and micro is like a Latin, it looks like a U with a long tail in the beginning, so it's like an M, but it's like a fancy handwritten script M, and that stands for micro, to distinguish it from milli. And micro is the smallest unit, and it's 1/1,000,000th, so it's gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros after the decimal point, and then the 1. So that's the smallest unit. The opposite of these units, which are the opposite direction, which means they're larger than the basic units. Okay, so 10 times the basic unit is called deca, which is, it can be spelled either DECA or DEKA, depending on the person. It means the same thing, which is deca. So, and the abbreviation for that is DA, to distinguish it from deci, which was smaller, and the abbreviation is just the letter D, which is 0.1 of the basic unit. Hecto is on the opposite side of centi, so it's 100 times the basic unit, and the letter for this is H, the little h. Hecto. Hecto in front of the basic unit means 100 times that basic unit. So versus centi, which was 1/100th of the basic unit, or 0.01. Then after that you have kilo, which is, you add another 0, so 1,000 times the basic unit. This is the other side of milli. So milli, little m, was 0.001 of the basic unit, and kilo is 1,000 times bigger than the basic unit. So that's little k is the abbreviation. And then the last unit that we're learning in the metric system is mega, which is the opposite side of micro. So it's 1,000,000 times bigger, and this is the only unit with a capital letter, and it's a capital M. It means 1,000 times the basic unit. Okay, I'm gonna give you some examples of all this stuff. So I hope I don't confuse you. If I do, then I'm sorry. So we just laid out the whole system of metric measurements and the prefixes that go with the basic units. In questions, usually you'll be asked to convert between units. You may be asked to convert or add or whatnot in different problems or examples. So you should learn how to deal with the different units and real life examples and stuff. So let's see here. So Ruben, how many centimeters do you have in 1 meter? Do you remember? Yes. So
I have no idea.
You were asked the question. So I just laid out the chart. We learned that a basic unit is 1. So deci is 0.1 of the basic unit. Centi is 0.01 of the basic unit. Milli is 0.001. And micro is 0.000001. So 1/1,000,000th. And then on the opposite side, you have deca, which is 10 times the basic unit. Hecto, which is 100 times the basic unit. Kilo is 1,000 times the basic unit. And mega is 1,000,000 times the basic unit. So when you're asked questions, you have to think. So if you know that centimeters is smaller than the basic unit, and 1 centimeter is 0.01 or 1/100th of the basic unit, then in 1 meter, you are going to have 100 centimeters. Because the centimeters is a smaller unit, which is 0.01 of the meter. So it's going to be 100 centimeters in a meter. And a meter is about this long. It's about the size of a yard. Not exactly, but so in American measurements. So centimeters is 1/100th of a meter. So therefore, conversely, there's 100 centimeters in 1 meter. Okay, next note. So if you have a milligram, which is 1,000th of a gram, there's going to be, we learned that there's going to be 1,000 of that milligrams, for example, or milliliters or millimeters, whatever the case is, whatever you're measuring inside of the basic unit, or gram, for example. We're going to have to continue in the next video. Thank you, guys.